Hello students. So we will continue our website creation using the HTML template. Okay. So what we have got is we have opened our selected folder here, selected file. There we are getting our website. Okay. So we have discussed about our index page. Okay. So we'll go to about page. Here you can see you can design it in the same way as you have designed in this home page. Okay, suppose now we are in the about page. So we will open our about page. You can see the same, like first we have given our nav bar, this home tutorials, this nav bar, then we have given our title here, about the company. We have added the background image, then we wrapped another part in a section. Okay, then we have another section, that is this meet our team. Then you can see, like, every person image is there and its description is there. Okay, every person and description is there. You can see it is, here we have split it into 3 columns. Okay, so here it is call LG4 means it will be divided into 3 equal halves. So all the person names are there and their designation and their image is there. Then below it another section is there, why this company is founded. So that description is present here. Then we have the footer here. Okay. So in the same way we have designed the footer. So in the all the, like, when we go to our tutorials page, see same, almost same layout is here. Okay, you can change it according to your requirement, that is your wish. Okay, so you can change it, change the HTML and the CSS. Suppose when we go to our contact us form, okay, here you can see one contact us form is there, and here the address and the phone number and the email is present. So what we will do is we will remove this contact us form and we will embed our contact us form that we have created using collect.chat. Okay, so what we will do is first we will remove this form here. We'll go to our contact.html. You can see by inspecting it, which this is inside our site section. Here we have our container, then row, then we have call lg8. So we will remove this call lg8. Okay, so we will remove, suppose we will remove this. For now we'll just comment out, we'll save it and we'll make it 12 to take the whole width of the page. Now we'll refresh it. So now it is taking the whole width. Now what we'll do is embed our contact us form. So we can go to collect.chat and, like, here we have created our contact us form. Okay, we have created in previous lectures. Suppose I will not create one, I will just show you how to embed it in our HTML page. So here we'll go to our create and we'll go to our share. Then you can use this add to website. A link will be present here. You will just copy and you will just paste in your HTML page. Always put it below the like HTML content. Just paste it here because it is JavaScript. Okay. So now we'll save it. So we have all the JavaScript below the HTML content. So now we'll go to our page and now we'll refresh it. Now you can see your contact us form is embedded. So you can see here your contact us form is present now. Here various options are provided. Suppose you can also upload a file, any file. Suppose I will go to pictures. Suppose I will upload this image here and I will confirm. See, this is our contact us form here, okay, that we have made, okay, because I have login to my email with my email. I have login with my email, okay. So it is saved. So this contact us form we have created. We can choose any date, then it will be it will ask like various questions that we have set. Okay. So we have embedded our contact us form. Now we can also embed a map of your particular address. If you have registered, if you haven't registered, you should register in the Google business. Okay. If you have registered your address, so just go to Google Maps and search for your, suppose I will take Yasser Innovative Software Private Limited. So I will put this address map in our HTML layout. Okay. So just go to share, or you can also select from here share or embed map. Okay. We'll go from here share and we'll go to our embed a map section and then we'll copy HTML. We'll copy it. Now we'll go to our HTML page. Suppose you want to paste this map below this contact form. Okay, so we will go below this contact form. So our contact form is ending here. Okay, so we'll paste our map link. Okay, now we'll save it and now we will refresh it. Now see, our map is embedded in our HTML page or website. Okay, suppose we have to adjust the width and height. You can also do that. Suppose here width is 600 pixel, you can change it to 100%, means it will take the 100% width of the page. Suppose we have saved it and now we refresh it. See, now it is taking 100% width of the page. We can also adjust its height. Suppose we'll give a 300 height, 300 pixel height. Now it is 450. Suppose we have made 300, so it is now height is changes to 300 pixel. Okay, so we can adjust the width and height of our map. Okay, so you can like modify the website according to your requirement. You can adjust the content or you can add the content. Okay, you can also edit the images here. You can edit anything according to your requirement. You can remove also. So like we have discussed all about the templates. How can we like edit our templates, or how can we add images, how can we edit our text content, or how can we remove something. Okay, so I've covered all the things here. Okay, now we will proceed further. Now I will tell you how, suppose one thing more here. Suppose here we have given the text. You can also provide a logo here. You can make the logo by using Photoshop, or you can give you can also, there are various online logo makers sites are present. You can make the logo from there also, and you can download it. Okay, now we'll move further to our how can we create our HTML website. Suppose how can we create our website. Suppose we have used a template here. Okay, now we'll not use a template. We'll begin from scratch by following the layout format. That is, you have we have discussed earlier that there was various layout elements. That is header, section, article, okay, a sidebar, then footer. Okay, so these are some of the layout elements. Nav is also there. So these are some of the layout elements. So we will take help of these elements, and we will create our website from scratch. Okay. So first we will go to our website. Like here we were making our editing our page. Okay. Suppose we'll close this page, and now we will open this. Here we are practicing some of our styling elements. Okay. So we will create another page, page 27.html. So here you can see our blank page has opened. So now we will go to our selected path. So our selected path is my first website, and page 27, I guess. Yes, page 27. I will go to the selected folder and the file name. So now it is empty because we haven't mentioned anything here. Suppose we will give a title here, layout elements. Here we have given a title, layout elements. So suppose I will add something here. Okay, now I'll save it and we'll refresh it. So this is our selected page, page 27.html. So we can write test it like this. Okay. Now we will use our layout elements. Okay, that is header, footer, etc. Okay, so we will start with our header. We'll give a header. Inside this header tag, we will give a heading, that is h1. So we will add a heading. We will save it and we will refresh it. So we are getting our header, that is h1 tag. This is the heading tag. Now what we have read is we have will use these layout elements. So now we will use our nav element. So after that we will use, suppose I will give a space in here. So we'll give a nav here. Nav is basically the navigation bar in which the navigation links are present like this. Okay, for the easy access. Suppose here, yeah, these are the nav bars or navigation links here. Suppose I will click onto this link here, it will go to this particular page. Okay, so this is the navigation bar or navigation. Inside navigation bar there are various navigation links present. So we will design it with UL, that is unordered list. Then we will mention LI, that is list items. So we will give some list items here. Okay, suppose we will give 3 list items here. Home, about us, and gallery. Suppose we have given 3 list items. Let's save it and see what the output will come. Okay, so there are 3 list items here. So we are using now nav bar. First we'll create all the elements, then we will style it. Okay, so now there is section. Section basically means like we have to wrap a particular content inside a section so that it doesn't match with another row or column. Okay, so suppose here we'll give a section here. In a single page there can be more than one section, there is no limit. So we'll wrap our article tag in our section element, and we'll also put our a sidebar here. You can give anything. Okay, you can type, suppose I will type any text here. Okay, suppose I will give any text here, and I will also give any random text here. Suppose I will get it short. I will get it short. Okay, so now this is our article and this is our sidebar. Now comes footer. So now we will go to our footer. So you can write anything. Suppose I will write copyright. You can write anything. Like innovative software private limited. Okay, so I've given this footer. Now let's save it and see what it looks like. Okay, so here we have given at the rate, should be ampersand. So we'll save it. So this is the symbol of copyright, ampersand, copy, and a semicolon. So we are getting this layout by writing this code. Now we have to design it. So let's start our styling. So first we will start with our internal styling. So first we will style our h1 tag. First we'll give our header, target our header. Suppose we'll style our header first. Suppose we'll give a background color of suppose aquamarine. Save it and let's see. So now our header is of background color of header is of aquamarine color. Now we will design our h1. So first we will set the font color here. Suppose I will set it to white. Now you can also add a padding of like 20 pixel, and you can also increase the font size to suppose 40 pixel here. Now let's save it and refresh it. So now our this header font color is of white color and it has some padding. Now we can also center it by using text align center. We will save it. Now our header is center aligned. Notice one more thing when we are creating this. Okay, so we are getting a margin here. Okay, so by default HTML gives some margin by default. Suppose I will like when we go to our body, see our default margin is present here. Okay, we have our header, we haven't given anything in our body, but a margin, default margin is present. To remove that, we will give a styling HTML comma body, and we will set the margin to 0. When we will set this styling, you can see now our margin reduces to 0. So now we are getting our whole width. So now let's start styling it. So we have styled our header here. Now we want to style our navigation bar. So here we will target our nav or UL or LI. You can target any one of these. Suppose I will target our UL tag first. Suppose for removing these bullets, we have to set the list style type property to none so that it can remove the bullets. So I have set the list style type property to none. So we'll refresh it. Now the bullets are gone, but there is a space left here. For removing that, UL is a block level element. So all block level elements have some default margin or padding. So what we'll do is we'll remove that margin and padding. We'll set it to 0 and let's refresh it. Suppose it has a like let's inspect it. It has a padding. So we'll set the padding to 0. So we have set the padding to 0. Now we want our li elements to be in line. To be in line element means it should be in a line, not like one after the other. So what we'll do is we'll make this link, these links, home, about us and gallery. This is not a link now because we haven't added the anchor tag here. First we'll design it. Suppose we'll add, okay, suppose we'll give the link by using the href property equals to, I will give hash here, means it will scroll to the top of the page. So it will be between the anchor tag, the title here, this home navigation link will be present inside this a tag, then only it will be considered as a link. Suppose when we save it, now it is of black color. Now we'll refresh it. See, now it has changed to blue color and the underline came because now it changes itself to a link. Now it is a normal text, but after giving the anchor tag, it changes itself to a link. So we'll do same in all the links. We'll add href equals to hash. We will cut, paste here. We'll do the same thing here. We'll do the same thing. We will cut and paste here. Now we'll save it. So now our navigation links are done here. Okay. Earlier it was not a link. Now it has changed to a link. So we will design it. So we will apply a styling on our li. So what we will do is first we'll change the color. We'll change the color to gray. Then what we'll do is we will remove this underline here. So how can we do it? We'll apply a text decoration property and we'll use a none property. That means it will remove the underline. Then we'll save it and let's see. Just a minute. We'll apply in our anchor tag here. So we'll save it and refresh it. Now our links have changed. Now underline is not coming and the font color changes to gray. Now what we'll do is we will give this li a inline block display. Okay, so we will change it to inline block. So we'll change it to inline or inline block. Okay, here we'll change it to inline block. Why will not do inline styling here? Because in inline styling we can't add the height and the width of this particular element. Suppose we want to set the width and height of li anchor tags, we can't set if we will set it to inline. If we set it to inline block, we can increase and decrease the width and height of this particular links. Suppose we'll add a padding here, padding of 20 pixel. Padding, I'll add only a padding right here. We'll add a padding right of 20 pixel here. So, and we'll give a margin left of 20 pixel. So we have given a margin of 20 pixel. So now our three links are present. Suppose these are links. We want to change the color when we hover onto this link. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll apply a hover property on our anchor tag. So on hovering onto this particular anchor tag, color should change to, I will give a black color. Okay, I've given a black color when we'll hover onto this link. Now we will refresh it. Now you can see when we hover onto this links, it will change to black color. Now what we will do is, suppose now we will style our article and a sidebar. Okay, this is our article and this is our sidebar. Suppose we can also add a like background color of our navigation bar. So what we'll do is we'll add a background color to our nav. We'll add a background color of Burleywood, suppose, and see what happens. So now it has changed to, the background color has changed to like Burleywood. So what we'll do here is, suppose it is not looking nice, we can also remove it, but here I will increase the, we will suppose inspect it here from here. Suppose we want to like change the, we'll change it to block element. Okay, suppose we'll change it to block element. Now it has changed to block element. Now we have given a padding right only. I will change it to padding, like all the four sides will add a padding here. Now we can also use the inline block here. Now how it will look, let's see. Now we'll change it to block only. We'll change it to block, and for creating like for bringing these links next to one another, what we will do is we will float the elements. We'll float it to left. So we'll float all the elements to left. Now you can see our float elements, our elements are floated. You can also use the clear property here. Here you can see in our website our the background color is missing. We have provided it in our nav bar here. Suppose we will not give the background color in our nav bar. Instead, we will give it in our UL. We'll replace the background color in our UL tag. Suppose let's save it. No, it is not coming. Why it is not coming? Because here we'll also replace this display block from here and we'll give it in our li anchor tag. Now let's check. We'll check our background color here. Yes, our UL is present at the top and our li is here. So that's why the background color is not coming. So I will replace from here also and I will give it in our anchor tag. Now it should work. Let's refresh it. Now it is working. We'll replace this margin left property here and now we'll refresh it. So now our display block is working. So we have floated it to left. So we have a nav bar. Here we have to resolve the problem of this UL. Why the background color is not applying to UL? Okay, because this is not looking nice. Our nav bar background color should be like it covers the 100% width of the screen. Okay, so here we have added the background color to our anchor tags. We have to add it in our UL. Okay, suppose we will add once again. Suppose we will tool X and we will add in our UL. Okay, now we'll refresh it. It is not working because okay. So our UL is present at so okay. We haven't added a overflow property. So we have to apply a overflow property in our UL tag. Okay, now let's refresh it. Okay, see now our like background color of UL is working. So what we have done is we have added a overflow hidden property means the extra elements are now hidden. Okay, the extra elements that are coming in our UL that are now hidden. So this background color is now working. So now we have created our nav bar. Now we have to work with our article and aside bar. So we'll adjust these elements here. So now we will target our article here. Here we have here we'll do what we'll do is article should be placed here. What our layout should be. Our article should be placed here and our sidebar should be present. Suppose I will close this. Our this here article should be there and here at the corner our sidebar should be present and at the bottom our footer should be present. So how will we do that? Okay, so first we have to like to move up this sidebar we have to float it. We'll float both the articles and the sidebar to left. Suppose I will float it to left. So I floated it to left. Now let's see. So this is now floated. Okay. So here we have floated both the elements, article and aside. So now our this is now floated. So what we'll do is we'll apply one more property here. What we'll do is we'll apply a clear of both means it will clear the spaces that is floated in this or our footer elements. Sorry, our footer elements. What we'll do is we'll apply a clear both property in our footer. What it will do that it will clear all the spaces that is floated. See, now it has cleared the left spaces. So here we have given clear both. If we will give a clear left here, it will do the same thing here. We will remove this clear property. Here when we refresh, see, it clears the left spaces. So you can adjust or give the clear property according to your requirement. If you want to clear the left spaces, you can give the clear left property. So here what we want is like we want to adjust this sidebar in this space. Okay, so we have to adjust the article and aside here. Okay, so here we want to put the sidebar in here. So we have floated it to left. We have floated the article and the sidebar to left. So now we will add a width. Suppose I will give the width to 70% and here I will give a width of 30%. Now when we save it and when we refresh it, you can see this article here is taking the 70% width and this sidebar is taking 100% width. If we will not provide the float left property, suppose I will remove this float left property and we'll save it. Now let's refresh it. See here this width is not working. So when we provide a width, so here this space is empty. Here we have given the width of 70%, so it is only taking the 70% width. So when we float it to left, means it is taking the 30% width, so it will be floated to left. Here, suppose when we increase, suppose we will give the float left and we'll increase the 40% width. Now let's see, refresh it. See, it is only taking the 40% width. It is not floating to left. So in order to bring this sidebar and next to this article, we have to float it to left and give a width of like remaining a sidebar. So we'll refresh it. Now it has a like 30% width. Suppose we will design it. We will give a sidebar padding of suppose 30 pixel and a background color of like I will give a light green suppose, or I will give a light pink color of background color, light pink color. Now I will save it. Now you can see a light pink background color appears, but here the like position changes because we have mentioned a padding here. So when we applied a padding, it will take the whole width of this particular like here 30% width and the padding. So it will not it will not like fulfill the whole width. Here 70% width is there and 30% width. So no padding should be present here. In order to adjust the padding in our width and height, we have to give a box sizing property here. We will give a box sizing property and we'll select to border box. Now we'll refresh it. See, now our padding is adjusted to this given width and height. Okay. Now we'll also style this article here. So we'll go to our article and give some padding here. Suppose a 30 pixel padding, and we'll apply a background color suppose of light slate gray and we'll change the color to white wheat here. Okay, so we'll just save it and refresh it. Now here you can see we have to apply a box sizing property also here. Save it and we'll refresh it. Now you can see both our article and a sidebar is now next to each other. So here we are like giving two box sizing property in two different layouts elements. So instead of this, we can also apply on top. Suppose we will give a asterisk, means it will apply to our whole layout HTML element. and here we'll give a box sizing to border box, and we can also apply this property here, and we can also apply a padding of 0. Okay, always this is the default styling. Always give this styling in order to save your website from creating default, from removing the default margins and paddings. So we'll save it and we'll remove the box sizing property here, and from here, now let's see it works or not. So we have removed everything from here. So we have removed the padding also. So it is adjusted according to that. No padding is present and no margin is present here. Okay. So we can also do that. Suppose first we will adjust this footer here. We'll design this footer here. What we'll do is, suppose we'll remove this and let's see what happens. Nothing happens now. We will design it. Suppose we will give a background color, or will not give a background color, only will change the color to suppose tomato here, and give uh, will align it to center only. We'll give this to styling properties to our footer. Okay, now our footer is of tomato color and it is now center aligned. Now we will give some padding or margin here. Here we'll in header we'll give a margin bottom of suppose 30 pixel. Okay, so we are getting a margin of 30 pixel. You can also give these, suppose we'll give this up. Here you can see we can also give a margin top here in our UL, and we'll give a margin top here. You can see margin top is given, we'll give a margin bottom here, suppose bottom to 20 pixel, and let's save it and refresh it. So our 20 pixel margin is now present. Here notice one more thing. Here we are providing all the elements. Okay. So almost all our HTML styling is done here. So we have a header, we have a navigation bar, we have our article section and a side element that is inside our section, and we have a footer. So we have covered a basic, we have covered how to create a basic HTML page using our layout elements. Further, we will also create a HTML website, a perfect website, okay, by using HTML, CSS and some basic JavaScript. For today, I think this is enough. Okay, now we'll continue our further lectures in our next tutorial.